Welcome to Keeper of Secrets Tarot. I am Gypsy Girl here to bring you another monthly reading for Aries for February 2024. I thank you for your likes, your subscribes, and your shares. I think I forgot to say that on the air signs. I'm so drawn into the tarot that I forget that I have a channel when I do the reading. Thank you, Spirit, for protecting the collective and keeping us safe, for protecting me and keeping me safe. When I was cleaning the deck, the Queen of Cups just jumped right out. So that tells me that you have natural love that you're opening up, or if you're having a hard time to open up, it's coming. Change is in the air, Aries. You have to temper your flame if that is the case, or there is love coming to you. Either way, love is in the air. Spring is coming. Your time is coming. This new moon in Aquarius gives us that opportunity to talk, get things out on the table for those of us who are brave enough to do so. So for others, it could be tumultuous and very negative conversations. But we have to go through the negative to come to the positive. And I think that's why that Queen of Cups jumped out. Because you are headed in the positive. You are at least recognizing the love around you. And within the self, too. What are the show messages? I think I said that for one of the air signs, too. It was Aquarius. Oh, you have blockage, Aries. Don't worry. You're going to come through. You are determined to come through. What are the messages for Aries for February 2020? I was about to say 2021. Well, the truth, sunshine, clarity, happiness, ego, all come with the sun. But the sun, the Queen of Cups, it's truth, love, honesty, pride. Again, you're going to come through. Clarity. You're going to understand. There is love around you. There she is again. With the Knight of Swords. So that Aquarian feel comes through this Knight of Swords, where it's very analytical, very decisive, very controlled with what needs to be said. And again, we're looking at the lack of that love, or missing a mother. If you're missing your mom, or maybe you are trying to reconcile with the mother of your children, or with your siblings for some. Seems here we have that being left out, not feeling loved, wanting to be loved, wanting to talk about not being loved. This is angry. This is that angry conversation about not having enough love from my mom, or dealing with issues concerning parental love or sibling rivalry. I thank you, Spirit, protecting the collective, keeping us safe, protecting me and keeping me safe. What are the messages for Aries for 2024 February? There's a culmination coming. Well, it's already in motion. We're at the end of the end now. New beginnings are coming. New beginnings. But if I was to say 2021, maybe someone lost a mom in 2021. Maybe you felt that separation from family in 2021. But we have new eclipses coming up in March, so we have new things coming and new things leaving at the same time, where you're in with the new and out with the old on a constant basis. So check back 18 months ago, and if you have to go all the way back to 2021, because I don't know why I wanted to say 2021. The layout for the reading hasn't changed. Still, the first line is all about Aries. The second line is about who you're dealing with, whether it's friends, family, lovers, and people you don't know, people you work with. Third line is the outcome for this read. Let's see how that is holding up as the visual goes. Yes, looks good. I did bring a cup of coffee with me for this one. All right, so at the bottom of the deck, there's a truth to be told. There's truth that you're finding out. Information is either coming to you or you are going out and finding it. Again, about that lack, that sense of loss, of missing something. I don't have enough. Where is mine? Again, could be relating to sibling rivalry. For some, I don't know, it just keeps going in that direction, where it's people you know that have taken from you, and you don't get why, and you want to know why, and you're finding out why. And divine timing is going to bring what was taken from you back to you through that sense of letting go and healing, walking away. You know, if it's not for you, it's not for you. Huh? And sometimes that's the hardest thing to take, where we've put so much effort in. I mean, we are coming through from the 1 to the 4 of Pentacles, and now the 5 is like, okay, well, where's my share? But you will understand why. You will get to know why. And the truth and honesty about being left out in the cold it's all due to other people needing to heal something wounded within themselves. If it is with sibling rivalry, you need to be the bigger person here. You need to be the intelligent one, Aries. You need to go within if you haven't already gone within. And if you have, then you could understand why they are making you want or making you feel. And I say they, anybody outside of you, not you making yourself feel, but you being pushed and pulled to think and feel that you're not worthy for whatever reason. But there's a healing that's happening here, and it's divine timing. And if we go backwards this way, it would mean that in time you will come out of that sense of lack, because the Wheel of Fortune is going to turn in your favor. And then you will go away from what it is that doesn't serve you, because you've gone within and you've found the answers to the question, why? Why am I missing out? Why don't I have? You know why. And for that, you are returning, or someone will return to you, because you are letting it go. Once you let go, then everything comes to you. When you try to hold on, that's when you lose everything. The Lovers here suggests it's divine timing. This is guided. This is destined. Whatever love, for whomever, if you've walked away from someone, they may come back to you, or vice versa. You may go back to them. But letting it go is the question here. Knowing that you have to put the burden down and work slowly and steadily to what it is that you want to have. Again, there's that right moment, that sense of intuition, of knowing that what you have put forward and what you have been working on and what you will be working on in the future is to put down the burden and find your way to that love, whether it is family or a particular person or within the community. you will find your connection. For now, you need to think about where it is that you really want to be and give yourself that opportunity to walk away from things that no longer serve you, because you know what you need to know. And then there's this Three of Swords here, where it is all based on disappointment. It's very psychological, this feeling. Again, with that Queen of Cups coming out earlier when I was cleaning the deck, gave that sense of belonging and understanding that that is the disappointment. It is a psychological connection that you have with family or with a community, where you're feeling and thinking about all of what went wrong and who did what to whom and why you need to walk away. Why is there a burden that you maybe have been the one that's carrying the burden? Because you, Aries, you are the leader. Whether you are first or middle or last child in your family, you have that strength to carry, and that's probably what you were doing. But now you're thinking about what needs to be done, and there's that 10 of Swords that's broken up, and letting it go and understanding and being open to the truth, because you are like the Queen of Cups. You open, you're waiting, you will take nothing but the truth, and then of course once that happens, the tower will come down. Don't know why I felt I had to go that far, but the devil is there too, to say things need to be put to a standstill, and that sense of lack is for a reason. It is to teach us that we have to appreciate what it is that we do have, because what we feel we've lost wasn't meant to stay with us in the first place, and that is what we need to understand, and that's real truth there. I just needed a sip of that coffee before it got cold. So we'll take on the first line. As you know, the first layer of this reading is all about you, Aries. And if you're cross-watching for Aries, you feel free to place yourself either in the first or the second line accordingly. We start off with the Two of Cups. So there's a commitment. You are bent on being committed, Aries. Whether it is to the ego or to have that control to take back what was taken from you, or to take the upper hand and have the control. This is your Empress here with this Emperor standing here. There's a commitment that you are vying for your queen. Or that there's anger between you and the queen. Someone was taking advantage, and she is the outcome. So this could be the attributes that you carry within, that you are becoming grounded because you know that there is a commitment and that you are committed. See, there's that forgiveness for this third person here, or this adventure, or if it is that you are determined to move on away from a commitment, have the forgiveness and still carry the dignity and walk off and be satisfied. I see that there are 3 queens in this reading, so there could be that there is a third-party situation where an emperor is concerned, and he is overpowered, or he will be overpowered, or he wants to take control. If it is not you, Aries, as a queen. But there are women involved here, and usually when there's 3 women, it's quite dicey with third-party situations. Now, again, we could take the attributes in itself and say that this is where the tempering of the ego will come in, and this eliminates one of the queens because it is all about the love. You see, where the anger has now been forgiven, and there is unconditional love in the outcome, so that your anger is now tempered with your emperor, or your king, rather. If it is not you, the king, you are being forgiven by your queen. And then you have that determination to move forward. Now we take it as it resonates. Because there's third parties in every story. But here we have a forgiveness. and a determination, that innovation to move on, to be very structured in, this is what I want. I know that I want, because we have here that standing up and taking back, or that overpowering feeling that comes into being patient with the situation of the third party in order to get your satisfaction, Aries, where you are in control and you are being patient with the third person. There's a third party situation here. We will take cards. Cards is shaping up differently. Usually I get X's, or now I'm getting T's. So it really depends. It's all about timing. It is divinely guided, and this is something that's karmic. It has to happen. We have to be able to see past the suffering. Again, that 5 of coins, that sense of lack, not having enough and then finding out why. In good time with that Wheel of Fortune. Aries. There's courage here to make that offer of forgiveness and to go through with patience for a new beginning. That is what the next person is looking for. Reading it directly within the self, though, you have the courage to forgive. Because of that commitment, you are given the strength to move forward and have and give the clarity, have the truth come about the commitment. That is, it is to stand up and take back by offering a forgiveness, by humbling the self and saying, I want to be forgiven. This is where you come with the truth. This last line here, we have the Queen of Pentacles with the Fool. So she is grounded. She is searching for a new beginning because she's been through this commitment and has come out saying, well, this is not for me, and I don't need this. I'm able to move on, and I know what you've done. I know who you've been with. I know where this all has come from, and I'm moving on. I'm going to get my satisfaction, and I'll leave. It depends. You seem to be dealing with a few people here. There's more than one other person that you are committed to. For some, and it could be anything. It could be family. It could be sisters. It could be. It feels very tight, very close. So this could be a family sense here with these 3 queens, where you have a particular connection to sisterhood or through sisterhood. And you want to fix that because there's ego involved here, and upper-handedness and jealousy about a commitment, and wanting to forgive now because it is about moving forward. It is about giving and loving and sharing and being compassionate. It is about that, because we see the two here, compassionate and passionate at the same time, and having that satisfaction. Again, it is all about understanding what the reason behind everything that has taken place, and now that the dust is settling after what you've gone through, because you can only be angry for so long. You have to come back down, and here we see that forgiveness coming in, or at least wanting it. Okay, so let's see what this 2 of Cups represents for Aries. We have that higher understanding, that marriage even, where stalemate has come in. So if it is that an offer was supposed to have happened and it never came because there was jealousy involved here, see, where it just stops. The offer was either postponed or never put forward. I mean, this is what you will know, because it was either you decided that there was jealousy involved and you said, no, I'm backing off, I'm not going to place the offer, or you found that you did place the offer and jealousy came in and blocked you from getting your response to the yes, I want. But it could mean here that the person walked off with that offer that you did place. They didn't want it, and they just said, no, I'm leaving, walking away. This is not to say she walked off, but this is how I feel it played out, where the offer was not good enough, or you didn't feel like it was good enough. Then there's this argument. I say argument, but it's more of an aggressive conversation where it was not happening. There was a fight that wasn't allowed to happen because of the stalemate here. And again, it is for higher understanding, to know when to back off, to know when to say, not a good time. This is not going to happen. Or you yourself may have had that prelude to the situation and saying that if I place this offer, it's not going to go well. So I'm going to hold back and take control, and then I will come to see the real connection with my queen, as if it were a test. Here we have that passive conversation. So we have 5 swords again. There's that 5 of swords, but this is broken. So it's a question of wanting to speak but not being able to, or having that healing conversation is what you want to do with this commitment. Having realized that, because this is a realization, having realized that the conversation needs to heal, and then things will change and we will have reciprocity and a new beginning and ending the cycle with that King of Pentacles. Okay, we'll stop there. Sorry, the King of Wands. This is where this queen comes in. This is why I was thinking that the match, where you have to get on the same level. And that's where the change comes in, because of this conversation, because of this healing of conversation, or the healing conversation in itself is healing. Again, that 5 could be it was for marriage that went into stalemate. The offer in itself went into stalemate because of the wisdom that you carry, Aries. Because this is all about you. Either you, fire sign Aries, you, or your queen has said, you need to change before I will say yes. You need to clean up that conversation, the way you talk to me, kind of thing. I mean, you put it to your situation. Seems very dramatic. But it is all about an ego. Let's see what the 5 of Swords represents here, seeing that we have a broken 5 there. Again, it is about going off on your own and having your own way, getting that anxiety. Things are out of balance, because this is what that 5 of Swords will do. Treachery is about, and was about, because of this ego. There was a third person. Again, that third person, representative of this Queen of Wands here. Don't know why, but for some, it is attitude. It is wanting to have that control over here. Wanting to be on your own, using that ego. But then having anxiety because you realized, again, realization coming in with that hangman, realizing that it's not going to work, this to be manhandled. She will not have that. You need to treat her with respect, and she knows that she's not taking anything else. This is where, if it is not a third person, this is where she would have walked off and said, well, you know what? I don't need this. I'm good on my own. And that's where you worry and you think, well, I don't want to lose this one. And there's that deliberation and being honest, again, about that immaturity, that wanting to have a good time, taking it too far, overindulgence at the end. But we don't know that is overindulgence. It's just reflecting off of the cards. But you fit it to your scenario, because it is a question of ego and upper-handedness, and then it all backfiring because it was too fiery, too soon, too much of something. And with a queen, whether she is reversed or not, she doesn't take that kind of slack. If you try to overpower her, she will fight back. And that's probably what happened, where she just turned on you and said, no, I'm not interested. I don't want that. Come again. Attitude. The reading in itself is, I could sense that there's attitude, heavy attitude here. But it is because of what you know and what you've acquired over time, and then putting it out of balance. It's all hidden. It's all hidden because of a third party. There was a third party, whether it is person, family, work, whomever. There was something that was an obstruction to having this commitment come through. And now we're looking for forgiveness. And that sense of, will you agree? Like, you have to come to equal ground. Here we have a uneven ground here, upper-handedness. So for it to turn and be, I want us to come on equal terms. I want us to temper this and have that connection that we had before. That is this what feels like it's going to work through, because this is where the forgiveness comes in. And again, the honesty is everything. So the kings are coming up over the queens. So it's a question of bringing in that balance. And this is where the 14, that temperance comes in. So, and we have the strength here. So we'll see, again, it's all about relationship. I'm not seeing a work-related situation here, but then it could be, because this could be a boss, where you're fighting with your boss, and you have to come through that and make amends and have the courage to do so and continue the work, because again, the truth, the clarity, and that availability and willingness to make things right. It's right here, these two kings. Could be you, or could be people that you are dealing with, helping you, supporting you, just as we have the three queens showing up here. It doesn't always mean a third party situation, but the confusion in itself seems to be balancing out, because we have 3 feminine and we have 3 masculine. So, and then we have the temperance in the middle. So it just brings things back into that rhythm. And again, that's what you want. You want to bring things back into balance. You're nervous that things have gone out of whack, and then you have to find your way now to bring them back. But Spirit is doing that with you. And there was a tower. I saw a tower somewhere. That 8 of Swords. There she is. That tower with the devil here, wanting to go off in smooth waters, is not happening. You have to deal with this. There's no fighting and getting away from this one, Aries. This is where your time is coming to shine, and you will get through. And that's what I was seeing with the Queen of Cups coming in the beginning, and here she is at the end. So there will be a forgiveness. There will be a smoothing out. There will be a fresh start. So let's take a look at this. This Knave of Pentacles, the Knave of Cups. What is this all about? Because this is an offer for forgiveness. Let's see where this comes in. Again, it's 3 now. It turns into a 3. So this is because we're remembering what it was and how it was, and the work that we've already put together, put through, the work that we've done. And I say we because there's a strong connection either with work or with family, with certain people that you've been connected to, and you're not ready to let go of that. So you want to make reconciliation so that you can continue and go on with all of what you had planned, because the focus is to get that forgiveness. For the immaturity, again, for that immature behavior of that night, whether you yourself, Aries, or the next person was being immature, and that it caused you to be angry and put your foot down. Take it as it resonates, because they want to come back again with the truth, and then have that possibility to move with you and go into the future. And they're willing to sacrifice. They're willing to give up something. Put an end to the cycle and start afresh. That's what they want. This is the next person. This is also you if you want to look at it from your perspective. Either way, the focus is on growing up here. That enthusiasm, not wanting to have a good time and being honest about it. Coming clean with whatever shenanigans, you know. Because it's forgiveness. This is how it comes to this. And putting an end to whatever it is that took place will bring that next step. Okay, we're not doing this anymore. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about why. Because there's a victory here. And then let's see what we can do for the future. Want to move on, or let's travel, let's go, let's talk. Something has to come because things have ended. Now we want to start up again, or to forgive and have that closure, because there's closure here. Wanting to move on again, this is quite possible, because she goes off on her own. Of all the queens, she is considered the third person simply because she is independent. She is family and business oriented. She is, I'm doing my own thing. I'm taking care of me. I live for the special, is what she is. If it looks good for me today, I'm having it. Tomorrow I don't want it. I don't need it. I get another one. This is why sheep comes in as the third person. But this is also attributes and attitude. She's looking to have her self-satisfaction because she's been through, Aries, take it as it resonates. You've been through the crapper with dealing with ego trippers and control fiends and jealousy and envy. Well, naturally, you're going to want to walk off and say, well, you know what? I don't need all that. Crap I could have every day. I don't have to go looking for it. It follows you. You see? But here she's moving on. This is the outcome. Having that love and having that determination to keep going, not giving up, is everything. This is temperance. Knowing the truth and having that justification come. Understanding that this is what it is. Here it is. Where we are is where we are. And I'm not going to be here any longer than I need to be. Once you get that truth down and it's understood, well, then all the doors are opening up for you. That's what's happening here with this. All the doors are opening up because you're finding peace in yourself. You're finding love within. And the next person too, because this is in the second line. So let's see what the Fool represents here. Again, that possibility of having that higher understanding within the self, going off and with all of the knowledge that you've picked up and all of the experience that you've gone through, plus the groundedness that comes with her and the abundance that she brings, because whatever it is that had happened, she still comes out with enough to carry on. We had the Nine of Pentacles somewhere in here. I don't know if it's in this one, but there's a new beginning, second chance with the King. You see, all of that is the good news coming in here for the next person, because the King wants, or the Queen wants, to make amends, and same vice versa, because the second chance with the King. So here it shows where it is a question of, I want to go off with you. I want to have a deeper relationship. I want us to get to know each other better. I will take that chance with you. That's what happens when you've seen enough, or you've experienced enough with a certain person, and you think, well, okay, we are compatible. We can fix this. Again, standing up and fighting for what you want, or pushing back and saying, you know what, I didn't want and I'm not having, don't come to me, etc., etc. That's what she does. And the Queen of Swords too, don't forget, she's in here somewhere. Then we have the Nine of Wands. So it's a question of finding that connection to the integrity. Instead of overblowing the ego, we're looking at, well, I'm going to cool things down, tempering, heal, take that responsibility, Be willing to go the extra mile, wanting to finish something that we've started, because we're at the 9 here and it goes to the 10. I want that conversation. I want to start something new. I want to reignite the passion that we've had. It gets very tight here. It's very close. Because of what we've invested in, I want to make that offer. So we're here, and this is the next person. So it could be your king coming back to you, Aries. Having learned, having understood, having eaten crow enough to say, well, okay, I'm going to go back now because I really want this one. I don't want to lose this one. I want to make this one work. This has to work because I really can't get away. I tried and I can't go. I've been wanting to go, but I can't go. I keep coming back to this. I keep coming back to what I have invested in our relationship, and I want to come back. Will you come with me? Will you come back to me? This is what you're going to hear. If you didn't hear it already, because we're moving right along in February. It's no slowing down in this month. We have Mars all over the place and Saturn too. It's push and pull going on this month, especially with our new moon in Aquarius. It's very, very innovative, very thoughtful, very decisive, very discerning, very cut and dry. There's no wishy-washiness going on with this new moon in Aquarius. Could be aggressive too, so you have to be careful. But temperance is here to bring in that love and temper the ego so we can have that unconditional gentleness. That sense of belonging is here. So let's take a look at the outcome and see what the sun represents. Of course, it is the truth, but let's just take a couple cards. Again, that ability to heal everything that you know that you've done, talking about the disappointments and having the courage to do so, to get that unconditional love, to get that connectivity, that natural connectivity. It's there for a change of plans because of the disappointments. You see, it's all justified. And the marriage is destined. I said I wasn't going to take so many. I don't know what happened. Cards just coming out. Well, it's the sun. It's a higher corner. They usually take a few cards to talk about it. So that's not so bad. I did 6 cards. So this wanting to reconcile in the sense where the truth is coming out. You're able to manifest. You know the truth, so you want to take that truth and take it further. And then, of course, it comes down to being disappointed and remembering the disappointment and healing that disappointment by talking about it and making new plans because of the disappointment. You see, things that are happening when they come in a negative is to push us to the positive, right? So because we were disappointed and knowing the truth disappointed us, now we say, okay, you know what? I'm just going to change up. Again, that is how she operates, this queen. Things don't work in her favor. She's brushes dust. What is it? To dust? Kick the dust off of your feet and walk on? That is what she does. As long as she has her life and her health, nothing else matters, because where you get blockages in one area, the door will open. If you're looking for the door and she manifests, you manifest, he manifests, whomever manifests the door to open up, right? And walk off. Either you're healing the disappointment within the self and the next person by making new plans and seeing that we don't have to go this way, we can go the other way. Is karmic. There is going to be an end, whether it is for love or for divorce, but there is going to be an end because this is justice here. It is destined to happen. If it is that you are going back with somebody because of an offer, then it is going to happen. It is meant to happen. If it is that you choose not to go, you want to go off on your own because you realize that who you're dealing with is just going to disappoint you again, well, naturally you will walk off because you know enough truth. So let's see what this Nine of Cups is all about then. I see you're following that intuition, that abundance coming in here, right here. Having that proposal come is going to bring in abundance because it is a question of what do you want? And Aries, you are the leader of the pack when it comes down to the zodiacs. You are the true emperor. Female or male, you know what you want and they belong together. These two, they fit in very, it's just confirmation, for this marriage that is going to happen, for this proposal that is to come. It may not come from the same person, it may come from someone new because you've gone through the disappointment and changing the plan, meaning you could say, okay, I'm not going back with this one, I want somebody new now because I've had my fill, I've closed that door and now I'm going to open up a new door because I am worthy. I mean, you take it as it resonates, Your destiny is as you walk your path. Here it is. This is destined to happen. It is your attitude that determines your next move. And if you are able to take that step forward, because we see quite clearly that you are Aries, then you know what you want. And again, we have the double intuition here. So we have abundance and we have seeing through. Being transparent is that you are being transparent or the next person is being transparent with you. Come in with the clean truth, the sun here, because it is the first card at the end of the line. So here we realize and we get to understand what it is that we've lost. And we get to overcome, making new plans, all the betrayal. You see? This Nine of Cups, it's all about working in the, being recognized, all of what was done. It's as if to say there's a confession. It's a confession here. Being transparent and coming out with the truth and saying, I did this and I did that and that was what the plan was. It is all because of what we did in the past. It is to have that recognition. I don't want to lose you. I want us to come back and I want to make new plans and strategize and have that control. Again, with her king, you see, it's all coming around again. It goes around, coming around. Again, with that Queen of Cups, it just seems to be the highlight of this reading, where it is about forgiveness. It is about natural love. It is about being open to giving and receiving love and being able to come back. See? Being able to be honest and open and innovative and determined. All of that. It's in your destiny. Maybe with a Leo somewhere. But I was saying Aries here. Anyway, I have to do a Leo reading next. I thank you, spirits. What's the advice for Aries for this reading? What does Aries need to help them really find that balance between themselves and the next person, or the group of people if you're dealing with more than one? Because it seems to be working out, Very straightforward too, because you know what you want, and that's you, Aries. You have the courage, or you are helping the next one to find their courage, because they have the courage to face you. And they are patient, and they want that commitment with you. If they have to come out of a relationship, then it is a question of time that they can come to you. But you know that because there's patience here. And there is an ending of a cycle right here. And somebody is able to say, I don't need this, I'm leaving. What is the local message advice for Aries for this reading for February 2024? Here we go. Poised. Just like I was saying, right? Ready and on the perfect timing. It's all in divine timing. It's destiny here. Oh dear. What did I pick up? Oh. And we have the fork in the road, and then we have chopped wood just showing itself. So I'm going to leave it like that. Again, it is poised. Before poised, poised is kind of self-explanatory. Let's see, 47 would have been the card before. There we go. 47 was going the distance, so effort was being put in, endurance and strength, the long haul. They were working on this. They were working, you were working, because you had a commitment, or you have control. You were going the distance, putting your efforts in, making sure that it was understood that you were not tolerating such and such. They are working it out too, because they found their courage to now step up to the plate and be realistic in what they can offer, and closing off cycles with whomever to come to you if that is the case, because this is an ending here, and this is the patience card. Let's see what poise brings us. Being ready, bringing something to light. Again, that understanding here, that finding out of all the truth. Being at your best and having the confidence. Again, right here. We'll take the oracle message, seeing that it's wide open. You can be assured that you are ready for anything right now. You know what you need to. Your skills are sharp. Again, with that. I won't have to say it. Your skills are sharp. Where is that? You've come to this place armed with wisdom and knowledge, and you sense a new phase of your life about to begin. People respond to your confidence and trust you. This is an auspicious time to begin new things. Again, this can apply to work. This can apply to any relationship that you are in. You are ready, Aries. Let's see what the fork in the road is all about. Let's see, that's the 13. That's the transition stage. That's where things come into an end, and closing off cycles and choosing. Time to make a decision. Again, with our King of Swords here. Considering the consequences as you prepare to act, owning up to your obligation to make a necessary choice. And we will read the relationship on that. You've reached a moment of truth in the evolution of your relationship. Which will you choose? To open up to the responsibility of love, or to remain isolated, to go deeper and commit to a mutual passion, or walk away? This is a time to take responsibility for your truest desire and follow it. Again, with that Queen of Wands here. Be honest with yourself about what you're willing to do, invest and give. Then choose. You cannot make a wrong choice. If you move forward with a relationship, know that it will be based in truth and authenticity. You will have made a conscious decision rather than simply hanging on because you don't want to be alone, or ending things because you're afraid of the intensity of genuine connection. All roads lead to the lessons you must learn in your relationships. Regardless of the decision you make, it will place you on the path to a true experience of the heart. It's funny how these two cards come so close together, because it is destined and it is about love here. And not just love and being in love, but that genuine love for the self, for others. You must choose. Again, you have everything that you need to make the choice, especially with her and this queen and this queen. So again, it's not because it's three queens issues. This is your support system within the self, if not through other people. And we'll see the chop wood. What was opening up? The higher power. You're being guided. That intuition, when I said double intuition, it was in this set here. First two cards coming out for the Nine of Cups to have that satisfaction. That's your higher power, your higher self. You dealing with spirit directly. There's no go between. What was the other one? It's a regeneration for a new start, the Fool. So it's very tight, like I said. It's very tight and concise, this reading. I'll take a look at Chopwood. And we'll see the protection on that one. Where's Chopwood? It's the 42. All right. Again, a 6. Dealing with love. Now, this everyday routine, that Chopwood. See, we have being grounded in everyday experience, being humble, that humility. Again, with this abundance card, the Empress and our High Priestess together, finding that humility within, being honest, tempering that ego. Let's take a look at the protection. You are an armchair. Are you an armchair astronaut? Do you dream of wealth and fame, big ideas, inventions, or desires with a capital D? The appearance of this card is a sign that you might be devoting far too much time to dreaming and talking about your dreams. You have to get out of the chair to make things happen. You actually have to do something. Start with a small task. Remember, the big dream becomes reality only after you have begun to take incremental steps. Mythologist Joseph Campbell once said, "Take one step towards the gods, and they will take 10 steps towards you." On that note, I thank you for showing up, for your likes, your subscribes, and your shares. Until our next read, Aries, love and light.